See, when I look at Moses' life, when Moses was born, his mother could have just aborted him. She could have just, gave him over to Pharaoh. She could have said, you know what, I don't want the child. Well, you want to kill all the children? Well, you can take the child. The key thing is that she didn't give up. And I got to tell a mother here today, don't give up. I'm talking to some mothers in the house. Yeah, it's your day today. Don't give up. Don't give up. God's going to favor you if you can see through the other side. You may not know what God's going to do, but still just believe God. You may not know how it's going to work out, but still trust that something's going to happen out of this. That even when I submit Moses to the river and submit Moses to the alligators and submit Moses to the water snakes and the frogs, I'm just going to trust something good's going to happen down the riverbank. Somebody say yes. They may be at the club. They may be hanging out all night. They may be drinking and smoking weed. You think God can't keep you in sin? God kept me gang banging. God kept me smoking weed. God kept me on gin and juice. God kept me driving drunk. God kept me all in the clubs freaking. God kept me when I was on mushrooms. I stayed up all night. God kept me sleeping with all kind of people. You better hear what God is saying in this house. I said God can keep you because there is another side. But mother, if you keep on praying and believe God and don't give up and don't think the chapter's going to close and don't think that it's over, the Spirit of the Lord says there is another side to this. And I'm talking to the ladies in the house. I'm not talking to some young ladies in the house. I'm talking to some women that are really going through something. I'm talking to some women that really have experienced something. I'm talking about when your husband's not acting right and you're still hanging in there, still being everything to everyone in the house, including the house. Oh, come on, somebody. I'm talking to you today. God told me to tell you, mama, joy is coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. You're going to get paid for every prayer you laid up. You're going to get paid for every tear you cried. You're going to get paid for cooking. You're going to get paid for working, making clothes. Mama's going to get paid. Mama's going to get paid because she had a vision not to give up on her son. She going to get paid because, watch this, mama didn't get stuck on one side of the door. Mama had enough faith to know there's a back side to this. Don't get stuck in between. I said don't get stuck in between. You're just in between this and that. You're in the unorthodox. You're in the place where you can sense God's hiding from you. See, Jesus in the flesh, when he had to bear the cross, was in the in-between. When he went into prayer, God never spoke to him while he was in prayer. When he said, not my will, but thy will be done, God was never speaking to him. He kept going to God with a request. And because God's voice was shut, he just had to accept. He was in the in-between place. In other words, you know what to do right through this. You know what you're designed for. You know what your purpose is. You know what I've ordained you to do. There's nothing for me to say. You can go to prayer how much you want to go, but you know exactly what to do right through this. Go to the cross. And your final destination is to say, it is finished.